Time now for At the Market from Neiman's Family Market in St. Clair. At the Market is brought to you by CTV Community TV for Marine City in St. Clair and Ascension River District Hospital. Now let's join our host for this week's At the Market.
Welcome to another episode of At the Market here at Neiman's Family Market. And today from the Marine City Fish Company, we have Jeremy and Melissa Fisher, who have already put out the most beautiful spread, and they haven't even put it together yet. But my mouth is already watering. So welcome.
Hi, how are you?
It's very nice to finally meet you. I have, of course, been to your restaurant, as have just about everybody I know has been there. And sometimes they've even managed to get in, but sometimes it's just a little too crowded. So I did not know you did macaroni and cheese at your restaurant, so this is going to be even more exciting. I just go there for my good fish.
It's all part of our seasonal menu. It's going to be on our fall-winter lineup. We're going to do some classic comfort foods. With a new twist, and because we smoke our own bacon, we have a smokehouse.
I can smell it. It smells
with
wonderful.
A full line of smoked goods. We smoke baby back ribs, beef briskets, pork shoulders, our own bacon, like 1,000 pounds of salmon a week.
Fish.
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that on your. I mean, when you go there, I think you go for fish, but that's true. People have talked about your smoked meats as well. So, what a nice way to complement your menu.
Yep.
So this is your version of mac and cheese.
This is our version of mac and cheese. We like to use strong cheeses. We start off with our fresh cream.
We used to have this on our menu about a year and a half ago, so everyone's kind of wanting the mac back.
Yeah,
so we're
where's
bringing
my
that back for
macaroni
fall.
and cheese? I know that's. I know, as you probably want to be creative and create new things, but once you get something on the menu that's really good, I'm sure people go there asking for, hey,
Have
where's
it back.
that? And
we
I
make
want
it
it
when
back.
we can too, like any of our older menu items that are no longer.
That's wonderful. So you're starting with a heavy cream.
Yep, I'm starting with our heavy cream, and what I'll do is I have our pork belly that we smoke in-house. I caramelized it. I'm going to add that in there with the heavy cream.
So tell people how you caramelize.
Do you know what? I diced it up. We smoke our pork belly for about 12 hours, and so it's tender and it's fully cooked. But with the bacon fat, it really doesn't disappear ever. So you're able to caramelize it after the fact, because we slice all of our own homemade bacon at the restaurant.
So when you caramelize it, do you just fry it or do you put anything in it?
Nope, because it's brown sugar cured, so it comes together pretty fast in the pan.
I'm smelling it.
It's starting to cook.
Yeah, I am smelling it. And that's the way I would caramelize it. And people who have never put brown sugar on bacon are missing something.
I agree.
And it's really, and a lot of people are used to store-bought bacon, so when they come in and they try the homemade bacon, it's like, wow.
Oh, it's a meal. It's not just a side. It's a real.
And we get a lot of people that drive far for just the barbecue. We have a lot, regulars that come just for our barbecue.
Yeah.
That aren't into fish. Even if they are, they still they.
Well, I think I'm going to have to make a trip just for that.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
Absolutely.
So the meat has been caramelized, and it puts a nice little edge on the meat. So
it does, and then I drain the grease just because I don't want it to transfer over anymore. And this is like my little Barbie dream oven over here. Let's see. We've got our sharp Vermont cheddar cheese.
a white.
Yep.
So your mac and cheese is white, not orange.
It's white, and like I make all kinds of mac, but this is like I think what I'm gonna go with for our fall lineup. Just because I have white sharp cheddar in the house already.
There's something kind of elegant about white mac and cheese too. People have an expectation that it's just a nudge better.
It's such a nice dinner.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
So we've got our sharp white cheddar, our blue cheese, and a little bit of Asiago.
Now I've never seen blue cheese yet.
Oh, it totally lights it up.
Really?
And you don't get that if you wouldn't even know. People that don't like blue cheese wouldn't even know the difference.
I'm not crazy about blue cheese, so I'll be your test case.
Yes, absolutely.
That's it. And so now you just melt it. That's your sauce.
Yep, we pan simmer it to order. We toss the fresh pasta. We make homemade pasta ribbons every day at the restaurant. And instead of having the long noodles in it, I kind of whack them down a little bit to give it more of a mat style.
I've never seen that before either. That probably holds the sauce real nice.
Yeah, it holds really nice. It really does.
That's interesting. Okay, so you do fish, you do smoked meats, and now you're telling me you make your own pasta.
Yes.
Yeah, we started off
and
the
yet
business
you're not
with
900 pounds. That's amazing.
It gets old after a while. You do
Yeah.
the same thing
You
every
just cook
single
it.
day,
You're
so.
like,
I mean,
cook it and serve it.
That's just wonderful. I mean,
Yeah, I think I probably fried out 20 pasta machines since we kicked our doors open.
That's something we've
So they
always
keep
tried to
getting
keep.
bigger and bigger.
Key is gourmet and homemade. That's, we're 10 years in business. We started that from day one. You get a lot of stuff thrown in your face with different frozen
you've
products
been
that
there.
are nice.
Been there 10 years.
Yep. So homemade, gourmet, all that stuff we've always tried to stick with since day one. And I think that's what keeps people at the doors too,
Well, I think
quality.
that's true,
Yes.
because you've been noticed outside of Marine City.
Thanks.
You've won some, recognition
Sure.
outside of Marine City, and that's probably because of things like this. I mean, there's a lot of places that sell fish. This
We
has
try
to
to
be
keep it
added.
simple though, and just use simple, premium, fresh ingredients. And we're so busy right now with the summer flow that's coming through. I had the fish truck show up 4 times last week.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Our soft opening became we've been blessed with a very busy opening, and it's been nice
Now explain
to
what
see.
this opening means, because you've been there for 10 years, so what do you mean opening?
So our expansion started June 8th. We opened our doors. Our patio that we redid back in 2016 with a new kitchen. We did the tiki umbrellas for the last few years, and then it's just been hard because the winter comes. We close down to 15 tables, so we want to be able to be more accommodating for the winter months and just bring a cooler effect to all year round versus just seasonal.
Absolutely.
So what we did was we lined the place double balcony with a mezzanine and glass garage doors. So you have a little seating outside that will close in the late fall, and then we have inside, and we've been able to accommodate like parties and get-togethers before was just very limited.
That's what you were saying. That's real interesting. So if someone wants to have like a baby shower or a wedding shower, things like that, or even a small gathering, how many people can you
Well,
manage?
we've hosted already this summer. We started on like June 15th. We started our parties, so we've hosted Marine City's 1969 class reunion, which for 100 people, that was amazing. That was fun. They had entertainment and nice buffet. We've did everything down to baby showers. We just did one on Sunday, and a few coming up in August. And then we look forward to hosting company parties and all that good stuff, like in the Christmas holidays.
So do they just call there and?
Yeah, they call ahead of time, and then if it's over a certain amount of people, then we do a limited menu, and if it's into the 40, 50 plus, then we do nice buffet options for them. So,
Oh, that sounds wonderful. What fun.
yeah, so it's been a lot of fun.
Oh,
yeah.
that sounds wonderful. I have to get back to this because, I made mac and cheese a lot of time. I never thought to do that.
it's so good on there. All right, so I threw the fresh pasta in there, and
Yeah.
I ground up the Cheez-Its. Now we're gonna bake it in the oven on about 350 for about 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes. Well, that just sounds, that looks delicious already. And I want to make some mention of the fact of how fast it was for you to make that. That was
Yes.
just wonderful. So we're going to take a break so that this can be baked and made even better looking. And we're going to hear a word from Dr. Bachelador, please.
I'm Dr. Lee Bachelador, Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future.
Welcome back. Guess what? It's done.
Finished product.
And it's so pretty. So explain what you just did.
Sure, I baked it in the oven with the Cheez-It crust, and I let all the sauces come together with the pasta and the smoked pork belly. And the finished product, people really seem to like it. We probably sell, 200 orders a week. Pretty quick.
That's why I said
So,
it was
yeah.
vicious. When we took it off the menu, we did replace it with gorgonzola gnocchi, which is phenomenal.
Oh, that
itself,
sounds good, too.
Which people do rave about. But yeah, we got our eyes scratched out for
This does
taking it off.
sound, I
It's
mean,
coming back.
This does sound like good fall food. So I'm sure in the restaurant business, not that I want to hear the end of summer
No.
at all, but I'm sure you have to start thinking about September, October, November, December.
Sure do.
So what are those plans for those 4 months that are coming, other than this delicious
You know what?
looking
We already
stuff?
started working on it. In the summertime, sometimes we'll offer more items so we can kind of test people out and see what they like. And we go from there and design our fall menu with heavier dishes,
Heavier
later in the
things.
summer. Yep.
That warm you up.
Our number one selling item is probably perch. At the end of the day, I think we sell about 300 pounds of perch out of the restaurant.
I think that's what I had when I went there, and it was delicious. So you were talking about people coming in to get like a whole salmon. Explain how you do that. Why would they do that? I mean, is that like for, I don't know, Thanksgiving?
Yeah. In fact, as much as we don't want to talk about it coming up, which we do a lot of it for the summer too, so we can talk a little bit still more about summer. Graduation parties if you're finishing up. Graduation parties if you're having a summer picnic, family reunion, whatever. We do call ahead, and we do these beautiful smoked platters. And they have alderwood dill smoked salmon, we have a hickory mesquite, and we also have a Cajun pecan. We have 2 different kinds of cheeses, the Asiago and the dill Havarti, and then 2 different kinds of beef tenderloin jerky, cut up on a nice platter. So really all you got to do is stick it on the table, unwrap it. So think about us for the fall, coming into Thanksgiving and Christmas, New Year's, holiday parties. Besides just the reservation bookings, we do the nice platter takeouts too.
So platter takeouts, you'd probably want a week's notice or something.
It's about 3 days.
3 days?
We're always, our smokers are, we got double big massive smokers, and they're going all the time.
Yeah,
so.
I was getting ready to order for Christmas Day already. So
put it on in. You'd be surprised what people do.
That sounds
ahead
wonderful,
of time,
though.
so.
I mean, to be able to have such nice quality food to go with. Oh, that'd be good if you have to bring something. You could just drop by, pick it up, and go.
We made a lot of new customers doing that as well.
Yeah.
People who didn't know that we, prepared that kind of a thing.
Right. So, no, I wouldn't have thought to even ask for it, but that's wonderful.
And it's just easy. You put the call in, the order, pick it up, and bring it to the place, and you're done. So you did your job. Yep.
That sounds
absolutely.
Anything else special going on? I mean, I know you've been doing so many things with, opening new and everything. What's your future look like?
Future's just going to be rocking and rolling. This whole booking, like I said, expanding our options to help you out plan your party, whether it's a personal party or somebody for something else. That's kind of what our goal is, and house the people and just keep taking it and
maintaining what we did, trying to streamline what we got going on too.
So nice and slow. What number should people call?
810-765-5477, and we do take reservations.
Good.
So many per half hour, and leave room for walk-ins also.
Oh, good. I was going to ask about that too, because that would seem. I know though you've got a lot of nice benches outside.
Sure.
So that
absolutely.
people can come in, and if they have to wait, they can do that. But we can still make reservations.
Absolutely.
That's
and
cool.
even when you do come in, people still say, "Oh, you have to still wait," even though they're expanded.
Good.
A lot of people are checking us out, so be patient. Come on in, have a drink. We have a cocktail person on that gives samples of like all of our smoked stuff and samples of wine. So we do have somebody accommodating in the general
cocktails
store.
And samples.
Yeah, so if you're waiting, you're very well accommodated, or they'll take your phone number, take a walk, check the street down. It's been busy down in Marine City, Water Street down to Broadway, so come check down.
Good. That sounds like a lot of nice little shops there. So one more time, the number is 810-765.
5477.
5477.
Yep.
Thank you so much. This was so nice. They don't get to taste a bite, but as soon as we take a break, we get to take a bite of this. So we're going to take a little break again.
And who's coming next?
And who's coming next is Alexander Zonchek is coming to talk about the Jazz Festival that's coming up very soon. So
Cool.
be watching.
Wonderful.
I'm Dr. Lee Bacheldor, Chief Medical Officer for Ascension River District Hospital. I'm speaking to you on behalf of the hundreds of outstanding physicians, associates, and volunteers who provide personalized, compassionate, high-quality health care at our beautiful hospital on South River Road. We've been proudly serving this community for more than 50 years. Even more important, we plan to continue serving this community for a long time to come. Always remember that we are here when you need us, 24 hours a day, right here, right now, today, and in the future.
Welcome back. I always forget to say who I am, but here I am standing next to this tall gentleman, and I'm not introducing who he is until everybody knows my name. My name is Pat O'Connor, and I'm friends with Alexander Zonchek.
That's very good. I know who you are. I know who you think you are.
That's right.
It's nice to be here. Look at this.
I know it's a wonderful setting because first of all, Neiman's is part of everything. Neiman's is a part of the St. Clair Jazz Festival this year.
Oh, wonderful!
Of which it would not even be here if it wasn't for you. And I always want to start again by reminding people that this was your idea. You had been to St. Clair.
Well,
you liked it.
I wasn't the only one though. There was a game, but it's
kind of your idea.
It's my idea from a lot of other good ideas.
Because?
How do you like them apples? Okay, I'm sorry. I can't help it. It's almost impossible.
I know.
To not tell corny jokes. Okay. But, so we're at Neiman's?
We're at Neiman's.
Oh, I go to their other store at Somerset, Neiman's Markup. You ever go there? That's a good store.
Neiman's Markup, but I'll have to
They're
make
not,
sure I do. I don't think they're related to this.
I love this. This is so good. Great to be here.
This is our reason for shopping local, because when you shop local, those people always give things back to the community, and so they are a sponsor of the Jazz Festival
Nice.
this year. It just as they're a sponsor of literally everything.
Yeah.
But also because I come here, I visit with everybody. I know everybody in the store.
They're
probably
family,
right
I
now.
notice.
They are.
They're all family.
But again, this isn't your home, and yet you seem to have brought so much to our place, and we appreciate that. So how is it that you came to be in St. Clair and want to have a jazz festival?
Well, I'm on the lam. I'm running from the law, and everyone said, go to St. Clair.
I understand that.
No, I'm only kidding. No, but you know the story, and I think it's nice to I have a gentleman, young guy, who works for me, Adam Busatil, who lives in Marine City. And Adam knows I do a lot of festivals. And whenever I go through, I say, St. Clair is such a great place. And he had a friend, Mitch. Mitch was a city council guy.
Right.
And that whole dialogue
He
started
is.
with him saying, let me talk to Mitch, because he knows I could, you take me to a 7-Eleven parking lot, I could have a festival there in a couple of weeks, It's kind of what we do.
Right.
But I always thought when I drove by Palmer Park and I went to one of my favorite places out there, the River Crab, that I goes, this is a perfect town. Just like Elizabeth Park in Trenton, just like St. Mary's Park in Monroe, just like Heritage Landing in Muskegon, just like City Hall Park in Dearborn. I mean, all of those places share this in common, in that I saw a park, we started a festival, and Dearborn 11 years, Jazz on the River 24 years, River Raisin 18 years, and what are we going on?
The fourth year.
Fourth year, yeah. So that's really how it started. But it doesn't hurt, seriously, folks, that you meet nice people. Because for me, I'm at a point in my career where, I kind of pick and choose what I do. And the biggest prerequisite is, obviously we love to put on festivals, but you got to be around a lot of nice people who want to do it. Because Lord knows we're not making any money.
No, because it's free.
Well, it's free to the public, but also it's so much work.
It is.
And it's
not free on this end. It's free on that end, and that's the beauty of it. I think
is the total beauty of it.
That you came up with an idea, and then there were people who stepped up and said, "We'll help.
Yes.
We'll help with the money, especially."
Right.
That's
well, it doesn't
so
hurt though that they can look at examples.
Yes.
Like I just got approached by the city of Westland recently because one of the people on their city council goes to Dearborn all the time and says, "Can we have one of those too?" And I go, "Of course you can."
You said Mount Clemens is kind of watching.
Mount Clemens,
what we're doing.
September 21st. They're coming with an event, Mount Clemens Clinton River Live.
Well, that's the first place I ever saw you, was in Mount Clemens, probably on Clinton River.
In front of the
there.
gazebo.
Yeah, in front of the gazebo.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that was a long time ago.
That's a little while ago.
A long time ago.
You haven't changed. You look the same.
You either.
Yes,
That's
right.
right.
Of course. But you have the perfect town for it. I think you know that.
Yeah, I think we do,
Palmer
too.
Park is beautiful. The water, bringing world-class music. I always have to, almost accentuate this. There are a lot of great events that come here. This is a cultural event.
It is.
There's
It's very
not an
different from
elephant
every
ear
other event.
within 10 blocks of our festival. It's what we do. It's a cultural event. So if you think we're going on 4 years, try to imagine that Jeff Lorber and Everett Harp and Paul Jackson Jr. and Ruben Studdard and who's our guy who didn't play the first year?
Oh, which everybody was upset about.
Yeah,
'cause
well,
he was-
we'll bring him back.
Yeah.
We'll bring him back. Huge Groove.
Yes.
The list goes on. Imagine who's been here already only in 4 years. And the fact that the proof now is in the pudding, we're going on 4 years for a reason.
We are.
And that is the fact that right out of the box, first year, everyone that came loved St. Clair. They love St. Clair. And they all want to come back. And to see the locals and the nationals and the diversity, what could it hurt? What's left?
The fifth year. What's funny is that our meeting today, when you left, Annette Sturdy at the city, who also helps with all of this.
Oh, she's an amazing help.
She and I were talking, and we were already talking about the fifth year making an anniversary year, and
Of course.
because it's gotten bigger every year.
Yes, it has.
And more people now are waiting for it in anticipation because they're expecting it.
Absolutely.
And they have an expectation of quality that so far it has just been magnificent, and every year it seems to get better.
I love it.
And so today you were talking about all the people that are playing this year, and I'm getting excited again about saying, oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Well, it's going to be exciting, and the jazz fans know them, but even if you're not a jazz fan, you come down there and it's a different experience because you don't realize how exciting that music is live. You don't really realize how diverse the individual artists are.
That's what I was going to say. People have an idea in their head. They think they know what jazz is, but that is probably not true. No. And for what it's worth, that's why our donors have been so generous. Yes. The Community Foundation, DTE, Cargill Salt, who am I leaving out? Waste Management. These and then
you already have the foundation.
Well, that's right.
Don't leave anyone out. You know that's important.
And many other smaller investors in this. They want to see a new cultural event in this community because there's nothing like it over here.
Absolutely.
So in using my
here we go.
This whole area benefits because they come from all over. The locals of this area come, but then people come from all over, and it is the nicest, friendliest group of people. I just talked to the police chief today. He said it's his favorite event.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you know, I get a kick out of the fact that, and I can make this comparison to Trenton. And, jazz fans didn't know Trenton existed, and now Trenton is totally on the radar. 24 years of going there. St. Mary's Park in Monroe. Everyone thought Monroe was all about lazy boys and shark absorbers, and and General Custer. So it's so much fun. When it's a cultural event and it functions on this level, it really does have that kind of a draw. And it's very family friendly, and
it is. Everybody enjoys it.
And there's food vendors.
And where else can you go to listen to a world-class a set of music,
That's right,
and then see two freighters actually do this?
Absolutely.
While it's playing.
They don't do this, they do this.
It took me a while to arrange
They don't do this.
But
every once in a while they drive right into that restaurant. What's that restaurant called?
Oh, that's true. The Voyager.
Not
that's
because
true.
of me.
Yeah, don't drive into the Voyager. But we also want to make sure that people know that there is plenty of room and you can hear very well. Bring your boats out that night. That would be a great place. Every year we've had more boats out there listening to music.
We'll have more this year.
And last year I was looking out there and people were dancing, and it's just
it's the best.
It's just the best of all
and a great
atmospheres.
lineup, as you know, this year. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Bruno Mars, Paul McCartney. Aren't they coming?
Who's my guy?
Harry Connick Jr. She loves Harry Connick Jr. No, but a great lineup. Great Detroit guitar player, Dee Brown. He's going to kick things off. Jessie J, if you've been listening to smooth jazz, she's so good. Very Latin sounding. So unique to see, someone, a female playing, seriously, jazz on that level. It's really quite unique. We're seeing it more and more, by the way, for obvious reasons. Greg Karukas, incredible writer, arranger, producer, incredible. I'll be there with my band. Young talent, Evan Garr, this incredible violin player. The whole country's talking about him. And then the Grammy winner, Alex Bunyan. It's been my goal since year one to have as many Alexes on the festival as possible. No, but Alex Bunyan, the jazz fans know them, So you put all of that in a beautiful park, and those lake freighters that come by, we're going to have all the fruit there. We're going to drag it all out of here. And then you consider free. And don't forget, next year, 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. So,
Maybe?
Oh, yeah. And because the inn will be open next year, so you can get your room at the inn, you can get your room at the River Crab, you can get your room at the Murphy's Inn, and you can come and you can stay for a weekend of activities. And that's really, really important. We do have activities on either side this year of the Jazz Festival, but we don't have the place yet for you to spend the night. But so you just have to drive here often, or go up and stay in Port Huron because that's still pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It is,
and it's not far from Detroit.
No, but if you're a local, and I'm assuming that's who's listening to this, we haven't gone national yet. But if you're a local, there is no better place to be than that weekend because you can hear free music in the plaza on Friday. You can hear world-class free music on Saturday, starting at what time? 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. We go 1 to 9, 8 hours of world-class music,
Yes.
and you can't ask for your money back. It's free.
That's exactly right. And there will be plenty of places for you to get food and drink, but you can also bring your coolers. And it is just a day for you to come and sit and be entertained. And especially, Alexander didn't mention his name. He plays too. But
I did. I told him I was going to play.
Well, but I have a question for you.
Yes.
Why did you turn away from the guitar and go to the
Well, I didn't. I
flute?
still play guitar.
Well, but
But the flute's my main instrument.
that's what
you
you're
know.
known
It's just
for.
it was quirky. You know, I bought a flute late.
I know
musically
you did.
speaking.
I read about
21
it.
years old is late.
Yeah.
Bought a flute off a guy on the street, literally like you buy a watch. A lot of people know the story.
I just learned of it. I just read
He
your
wanted
website.
$50. I only had 9. He took it. I fell in love with the idea of learning how to play it. And then even though I was doing fairly well with the guitar, kind of in a rock and roll kind of world, the flute introduced me to a lot of stuff. I went back to university. I learned how to read. I discovered classical music. So this music business is, a lot of chance encounters.
Sure,
That's
it is.
really what they are.
Well, that's kind of life anyway.
Yeah,
but
that's life. Here's the guy who sells you the flute.
Right.
Here comes the guy from the symphony that teaches you. Here's meeting Bob James. Here's meeting all these other people. It's a great voyage. A lot of work, no question about it. And along the way, somehow, along with being a musician and an artist and doing TV, one of the peppers. You missed it, folks. A pepper fell.
They were plotting.
This is the only place it could happen. The peppers. Somewhere along the way, I started to do festivals, and I kind of fell into it, starting really with Jazz on the River 24 years ago, and now we're still going strong. I mean, 40,000 people. That's coming up actually. I don't know when the show is on this weekend, but this same thing is going to happen here. I think you've bought. Pat she's got the Kool-Aid going, man. She drank it right from year one.
I did.
And how could you not when you see what goes on?
Well, first of all, because I love St. Clair.
Yeah.
And I love that we have all different kinds of activities, starting in the early summer with a beer and wine festival, and then an art fair, and then we go with car show and 4th of July, and we just finished this weekend with the boat races.
You just had Blue Oyster Cult?
We did.
You had Loverboy, my Canadian friends.
I mean, we do some pretty cool
You
things
guys
here.
don't mess around.
But this is different than all other things that we do.
Yeah.
And so it was just such a nice addition so that the whole world will have some opportunity to come here to St. Clair and find something they like to do. There is something for everybody.
And after 4 years, believe me, these artists leave and they remember. And think of all the people we've educated in the Detroit area that confused you guys with St. Clair Shores. But seriously, that's part of it.
There are people who did not know we were here.
Oh, absolutely. There is look, that same magic we got at Elizabeth Park. They'll show up at Palmer Park and go, wow, this is so cool. So
it is.
So there it is right there, 8 hours of incredible music. Get there early, find your cool spot.
The date, August 17th, Saturday,
And
August
bring your
17th.
apples, bring your oranges, bring your corn.
You can stop at Neiman's and get some fried chicken and bring it with
Don't you forget it. I'm telling you right now, if you don't show up. No, but it really is. 419-280-1073. 419-280-1073. That's one of the phone numbers you can call. That is my assistant. You know what we call her? We call her Front Row Phyllis.
And Phyllis
Because
is delightful.
She knows everything about all of our events, but you call her, she's going to kill me for saying this, 24 hours a day. She is there waiting to tell you all about this event. And not only about the music, but how do you get there, where it is, bring you this.
Yeah,
and,
if you're confused
And
at
you got
all.
all those food vendors there. I met one of my best friends now is the sausage guy.
The sausage guy.
Yeah.
I hope he's coming back.
I don't mess around. I get in there with the sausage guy right away.
If you want a local number, you can call the City of St. Clair and talk to Annette Sturdy, 329-7997. Again, if you have any questions at all, or when you bump into me here in town, you can just ask me. That's the fax number.
Oh.
Really? What's the? Oh, I'm sorry. We were just told that's
Oh,
the
wow,
fax
she's
number. That
saying,
won't work.
you still have fax machines in St. Clair?
What's the number, Paul?
And mimeograph machine.
Whoa, back up. Stop joking. 810-329. 7121.
Yes.
Because Paul Dingaman knows everything about
Pat's
St.
got a
Clair.
fax, and she's got an 8-track machine too. I saw it.
But I'm playing jazz on it now.
I gave you one of my 8-tracks. That's how long I've been around. No, it's
I
great.
am listening to jazz. I listen to your TV program. It's on my queue. I tape it.
Oh yeah, don't forget TV show, WADL every Sunday night. I know it's carried around here on one of the cable
is.
networks.
It's on DirecTV.
Alexander Zonjic from A to Z every week, different great guests. It's on at 10 p.m. and then repeated at 1:30 in the morning. I don't know who's listening at 1:30 in the morning. Musicians
we're
going
all
on.
taping it. That's
You're all
everything's
taping
taped
it.
now. So we're all taping it.
And then radio on 9:10 a.m. Superstation every Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Check that out. Go to the website zonjic.com. That's zonjic.com. ZON if you're watching in Canada. zonjic.com. Get all the details because we have a big summer, as you know, and you have found your place here. In other words, our season starts Rhythm and Rhymes in Southfield, Motown on the River, Jazz on the River, River Raisin, St. Clair, Muskegon, and now Mount Clemens.
And what I've discovered is, because I mix and mingle with the crowd as I'm there, just making sure everybody is happy and, you know, what do they need. The only thing I've ever heard anybody ask for is they want somebody to deliver ice cream to them. But they're so happy to be here, but many of them have been to your other
Oh, of
concerts.
course.
And so
Do ice cream at the other show.
they do, we need ice cream. Anybody out there who wants to do
want-
ice
yeah.
cream, we need an ice cream person. But that's what else I discovered is they go to all of your shows.
Oh, they
You
do.
have a following that.
Well, yeah, we really do lay out the whole
Yeah.
summer for them.
Yeah.
And now that they
and
know
it's-
you, they know where to get free ice cream. And if you want to mix
I did
and
not
mingle,
say free,
mix and mingle right here.
but I do mix and mingle.
Let's call the show Mix. I'll be Mix, you be Mingle.
You know what's funny is I see the same people now. I mean, now
Of course
I
you
see
do.
people, we hug, and it's like, you know, it's a semi-reunion.
Phyllis and I have so much fun meeting these folks.
Oh, yeah.
We could fill a bus, seriously. Smooth Jazz Ronnie. We got one guy, we call him Mr. Earpiece because he's always wearing an earpiece. And we got them all, and they follow us, and they're
Yeah.
the best. They're the best people.
Yeah, and what's more important, they love St. Clair.
They love St.
They
Clair.
do.
So
They
come on
love
down,
St.
bring your lawn chair.
Well, don't skip that. You make sure you come down, and you can mix and mingle with me.
I'll
and you
mix,
can
she's
wave,
mingle.
You can wave at Alexander because he's real busy.
The Mix
that
and Mingle
day.
show.
I'd like strawberry.
I'm not providing free ice cream. I'm looking for somebody to sell ice cream. Call me. Thank you so much for another episode of At the Market. Next week, there's guests that will be here again, and they'll be magnificent guests. Probably not as tall. Thank you so much.
All right, great. You've been watching At the Market from Neiman's Family Market in St. Clair. At the Market is brought to you by Ascension River District Hospital and CTV Community Television for Marine City and St. Clair. Join us again soon for another At the Market.